Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Alex McArthur of Oxford Boys Cross Country. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Doing well. How was this season for you?
Um, I would say this is probably a breakout season for me and the team. We went in the season with a lot of goals and we overachieved them, and I overachieved all of my goals. So I would say the season went pretty well.
Yeah. Well, what were your goals like heading into this season?
Um, my biggest goal was to break my school record, but I didn't know how much by. And then team goal was to qualify for states, and we did that along with a few other invite wins and Oakland County championship win.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people, what is it just like, going to these meets, I mean, I know the OAA is pretty good at cross country and all that stuff, but
Yeah.
what was it like just going up against all those tough teams like that?
Um, it mentally it was pretty tough because we knew what we had to do. We had to lock in. We knew that teams would come out of nowhere, like a few teams did in the later season. Um, but yeah, it was. I feel like that's what made us run better, just because we had so much motivation going against these good teams, and they were beating us last year by a lot. We weren't quite there. We dealt with a lot of injuries, and then we knew this season that we had a big shot at being with all those teams. So it was good to see us really get up there with them.
Yeah. Like what did you see like the most improvement out of you in this year?
I would say my motivation. Um, I never really put a lot of miles in over the summer and didn't really focus on running as much because I've always played baseball. And I feel like this summer I really locked in and focused on getting those miles in and pretty much getting better, treating my body better, all that just to really make me a better runner.
Yeah. How much did you notice in like times and stuff? It's like, wow, that really made like a huge difference.
Yeah, I mean, it really shocked me just because I knew that my hard work could eventually like come into play. And like I said, like earlier, like freshman season, I didn't run that much over the summer. Sophomore season, I barely ran over the summer. I was still competing and putting up good times. And I knew that this year, after putting in a lot of mileage, that those miles would really pay off. And I see it now that they did.
Yeah. Okay, so I always ask runners this. What do you eat like the night before race?
Um, I feel like it changes a lot. I have a lot of superstitions with it, but sometimes stir fry with just a lot of chicken and vegetables,
Yeah.
some rice, and then some nice spaghetti.
Okay. Um, Best overall meet that you've had this year?
Um, Either Oakland County Championship or my league meet.
Like the league championship meet or something?
Yeah, the OAA Red Championship.
Yeah. Um, so like this season, like, going in next year, what are after really states and after doing all the the wrap-up races after that, what's the plan for the winter, spring, all that?
For the winter right now, I'm just trying to work on my base again after taking my break. Really try to get some important mileage, lift a little bit, take the winter easier, still do some meets here and there, and then really focus to get ready for the spring by doing that the whole winter.
Yeah. Are you doing track season or are you still playing baseball? What are you doing?
I'm planning on doing both.
Okay. Have you ever done that before?
Yeah, I did it last season.
How was that for you?
Um, it was pretty difficult, and then I got sick in the middle of the season, so I was out for the rest of the year.
Okay. Let me ask you this. How do you like mentally get ready for a race?
Um, I feel like I just before every race, I talk to my dad at night and really set a goal for the day and focus on reaching the goal, and then really talk to my team and my coach and just try to focus on what I need to do as much as I can and try to execute the plan.
Okay. Um, yeah, and finally, like, what are well, I know I think we started off with this, like, what are your like goals heading into, next season? Like, heading into next season, heading into spring, heading into summer and all that.
I feel like my biggest goal is just to be better than I was, just always trying to improve. I feel like my big goals are break a few more school records, like my mile school record and 2 mile school record, and then just next year cross country, just really finish well individually in races.
Okay. All right, Alex, let's get to know you a little bit. How about that?
Okay.
Okay, favorite food.
Ooh. Um, I like salmon a lot, maybe some steak.
Okay. Let's see. Like favorite, actually, what's on Alex's playlist?
Uh, I listen to a lot of Drake, a lot of Travis Scott,
Okay.
a lot of 21 Savage,
Okay.
some country here and there.
All right. Let's see. What's your go-to place for food?
Um, Definitely B-dubs. Me
Okay.
and my friends spent a lot of time there watching football.
Um, let's see. Favorite movie.
Uh, Probably Step Brothers.
Okay. And finally, what's an interesting fact people don't know about you?
Um, Probably for running that I almost quit running going into my sophomore season.
Okay.
A lot of people know that, but I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
And look at where you are now.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, Alex, thanks as always for coming on, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right. Yeah. Thanks for having me.